Hi guys, I'm Prachi from Team POPxo, and I'm here with yet another session of Makeup Masterclass. How is your Saturday going? How's everyone? Okay, so without further ado, I think we should jump straight into what we're going to learn. We're going to talk about this miraculous product in your vanity, and you should always carry it in your bag, and that is a lipstick. I'm going to tell you 5 very unconventional ways on how to use a regular lipstick. If you are someone who is working, you have a client meeting, carry a lipstick and you're sorted. So we are going to start up with our first unconventional way to use a lipstick. So what I'm going to do is I am going to show you that you can use a lipstick, rather a red lipstick, as a color corrector. Now I'll tell you what a color corrector is actually. Basically, there are 4-5 types of color corrector, each catering to a different skin issue. I'm going to use a red color corrector to hide my under eye darkness, and there are a little darkness over here as well. Now, if I use a red color corrector, it's going to ensure that my entire skin tone is the same all over my face. So right now I have just moisturized my face. There's nothing else that is there on my face, and we are going to start with using a red color corrector. I am using the MAC matte lipstick. This is a classic shade called Ruby Woo. Now I am not going to straight away apply it here on my eye because the intensity of the color is really high. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this end of my palm, and I am just going to dab the color here. This much should be enough. Then you have to just take your 2 fingers and you have to lower the intensity of the color, because if you just put it straight away, you're going to look like a panda, and I'm sure you don't want that to happen. So I am just doing this and dabbing it to lower down the intensity. I'm going to take little bit of the lipstick, and I am going to apply it like this under my eye. Again, just dab and apply it under your eye. You can use a brush as well. I'm using a finger to do it. I am also going to use a little bit around these areas on my face. So see, sometimes it's that easy. You don't need a separate color corrector if you're a beginner. You can just make use of your basic red lipstick and do. Okay, so once this is done, ideally you're supposed to use a concealer, but I'm not going to use a concealer. I'm going to instead use a foundation. This is my Huda Beauty foundation in the shade Macchiato. Why I'm not using a concealer is because my foundation is full coverage, and I'm also going to use a foundation brush. So I'm just going to take a drop of the foundation on my hand, and using my brush I am going to conceal, rather just even out the skin tone. What is great about this foundation is that it doubles up as a concealer as well, so your face does not end up looking cakey. I'm going to apply it on both my eyes, under my eye, and as I'm applying, you will be able to see that the skin tone is now kind of equal. whatever my skin tone is here is the same here. That is the magic of a color corrector. So using my foundation brush, I have just set everything in. My color corrector is in place, and now my skin tone is equal. Yeah. So our first use was to use a red lipstick as a color corrector. Now we move on to the second part. Now if you see my face, it looks very bland, right? It's like just one tone. I need to give it some dimension. I need to give it some warmth. And that is exactly why you use a bronzer or a contour stick. Now again, if you're a beginner or if you're someone who's not carrying your entire makeup with you, all you need to do is just carry a brown lipstick, and this is going to double up as a contour stick for you. So I'm going to use the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink. This is like my ultimate favorite color. So what you have to do is just ensure that you're not taking too much of the product, because then blurring the lines will be very difficult. You just have to take this shade. Sorry, this is the shade Fighter. It's a brown shade. Otherwise also, if you use it on an everyday basis, it's a fabulous color. So what you do is you take this and then you have to use it as a contour stick, right? So you just have to see the invisible line that you have alongside your this area. So you just have to use it like this. And similarly for here, make this invisible line. Have to use it here. Yeah. Okay, you do not, if you want, you can use it on this side as well. Again, to just give your face a little more dimension. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my foundation brush again and I'm going to start dabbing this in. Now, as I start dabbing, you'll see that it is lifting my cheekbone up. You see this illusion now? I'm going to do the same for my jawline too. Similarly for this side of the face as well. Now you see suddenly my face has a more chiseled look to it. This is exactly why you use a contour stick. And you're supposed to dab, you're not supposed to rub it off, because that's how the product's going to settle in. I mean, if you have a contouring product, it's amazing, but for beginner level people or during the times when you don't have your entire kit, this is like the perfect thing to carry with you. Can you see the effect now? Suddenly my cheekbones are lifted and this looks, my face looks so much more chiseled. Yeah. Okay, so tip number 1 was again to use it as a color corrector. Tip number 2 was to use it as a contour stick. Sorry, I forgot to tell you, you can also use your contour stick on the nose and on your forehead if you have a big forehead to again give like more structure to your face. I'm just choosing to use it here because that's where I need it the most. Okay, so now coming to tip number 3. You can also use your lipstick as a blush. You don't have to actually carry a blush all the time when you're going somewhere. You can just carry a pink or a peach lipstick, whatever suits your skin tone. For my skin tone, I think pink looks nice, so I'm going to go for a pink lipstick. This is again a very popular shade by MAC. This is the MAC matte lipstick in the shade Meher. What I'm going to do is, again, I don't need anything. I just need a lipstick to do this. I am going to smile and put it on the apples of my cheeks. So I have to smile like this. Yeah. And now I'm just going to take my index finger and I am going to take it upwards. Take the color upwards. Can you see? I am getting like a very soft pink glow and I absolutely love it. I don't like to put in a lot of blush. I like natural look, and this is perfect for me. Same with this side of the cheek. Okay, so this is done. I can actually apply it little bit on my nose also to just give a soft pink glow, and I want my face to look like very natural. Okay, so these three things are done. Now we move to tip number 4, and this is my absolute favorite tip. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a liquid lipstick and I'm going to double it up as a eyeshadow. Yes. So again, you do not need to carry an elaborate palette if you want to kind of do your eyes. All you need to do is just carry one, two, three, maybe 4 colors of the same color family. I'm going to use 2 colors from the same color family and create a beautiful gradient. Please try to do so. So let's get on to it. Again, this is Maybelline Super Stay Ink in the shade Lover. I think I have all the shades from this range. It's so good. You apply it in the morning and it's going to last till evening. Like, that is my guarantee. Okay, so what I am doing is, this is a very muted, soft pink that I'm taking, and I am just going to directly apply it to my eyelid. I already have foundation here, so there's a base that is already there. Again, my skin tone is even here. I use it like this. Yeah. Now I'm just going to take a eyeshadow brush and I'm going to this. I'm just trying to make it look as natural as I can. And trust me, like, no one will be able to guess that you used a and not um, eyeshadow. So see, it has like a very soft, yeah. Do, yeah, just finishing touches like this. Now, if you have to go for a meeting with a client, you can just leave your eyes as is, maybe apply kajal, eyeliner, whatever. But I'm going to show you, if you have to go for maybe like a girls' night out and you want to experiment more, or you want to do smoky eyes, then how can you do it? Again, Maybelline Super Staying in the shade Ruler. Now, it's a very gorgeous pink. I'm going to just use it towards the corner of my eye. That's it. Not more than this. And now I'm going to merge these 2 colors. And I do the same for this side too. As an eyeliner. See how gorgeous this looks? So these were some of the things, 5 unconventional ways on how to use a lipstick. If you really like them, then keep on watching more of these videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.